This is Omar and Rishi, and this is our final project for CS125, our MP7. And for our final project, we decided to create a Wiki type application powered by the NASA API that provides you with information about the various planets throughout the solar system, some constellations, some galaxies near us, and just some common space terms that people may not always fully understand or may misinterpret. A couple of issues we ran into along the way included figuring out what API to use and how to use it effectively, because I'm sure all of you experience something similar in that your API may not always work the way you wanted it to. In our case, our API didn't always provide us with enough information, correct information, or sometimes it just wasn't functional at all. So we had to investigate that a bit further. Another issue we ran into along the way was figuring out how to collaboratively code effectively. And while this may not seem like that big of an issue at first, it did take a bit to get used to, and getting used to the workflow was something that we had to get used to. But in the end, I think the final product turned out to be pretty decent, and we did get used to it, so it worked out in the end. Rishi will use the computer to show you what the app does while I walk and talk through the various concepts and components of the app. Going into the planets component of the app, you can see that there are categories for various planets throughout the solar system. So we click on Mercury here. You can see that we have provided you with an image of Mercury, some information about it, and below all of this is a rating bar. So if you have a particular fondness for a planet, or maybe not, you can give it the appropriate rating. And this continues to be the format and trend for the other planets of the solar system as well. Going into the constellations component of the app, we have also provided you with some information about some constellations that you'll see and you've probably seen during the night. So we go into Capricorn, for example. Once again, we provided you with an image of the constellation, a bit of information about it, and once again, your rating bar. And once again, this tends to be the trend with the other constellations that we've provided you with. Next, going into the galaxies near us category, we provided you with a bit of information about a select few nearby galaxies, and so we go into a galaxy here, for example. Once again, we provided you with information about it, an image of it, and your usual rating bar. And this does tend to be the trend, again, for this component of the app as well. Next, going into the miscellaneous space terms category. This category is a bit different in that it does not provide you with a rating bar, but instead acts as like a dictionary or like a glossary, if you will. Like if you're maybe wondering as to what the difference between a comet or an asteroid is, you can go into the comet component of the app here, and it provides you not only with an image of what a comet is, it also provides you with a definition of what it is. And we have provided you with information about other space terms as well, such as a nebula, quasar, and supernova. Going forward with this app, if we were to continue developing it, I think a couple of things we would add is, at least for the miscellaneous space terms category, we'd probably add like a comparison so that, like, for example, we provide you with the definition of what a comet is and what an asteroid is and how they differ. I think that would be a good place to start, as well as maybe making the UI a bit more polished. And I think just doing those couple of things would definitely make this a bit nicer. And yeah, that's about it. This was an original project. It is published on GitHub under both of our names, so if you do want to check it out, I would highly encourage you to do so. And yeah, that's about it.